It's Monday night, and the time is right for the Undercut and Overheard Cup Series, live from Talladega Superspeedway. Buckle up, because it's going to get wild here tonight as the season winds down and the action picks up. I'm Johnny Rapp, and I'm joined in the Slingshot TV booth tonight by Jimmy Moore. With 7 races in the books already, the championship fight is as hot as ever. 6 different drivers have gone to victory lane so far this season, and with the skill of the field and the unpredictable nature of this behemoth of a track, we very well could see our 7th. It's going to take speed, precision, strategy, and a little bit of luck to bring home the win tonight. 70 laps, 3 sets of tires, and a pack of hungry drivers are ready to tackle the high banks. But before we set the grid, it's time to head trackside for the playing of the national anthem. Back here live at Talladega Superspeedway, and we're gearing up for what is sure to be an exciting race right down to the end, all race long, pack racing side by side, netcode, all types of things. We're ready to see it all, but before we get there, we got some things to talk about. We got to talk about this, the point standings here heading into tonight's race. Kyle Heath, kind of the dominant driver of the season so far. He winning two of the races so far, the only repeat winner, and followed by Adrian Schumacher. Adrian winning Daytona has hey, he's high up there on my list to be able to go back to back in the plate races this season and make that charge for the championship.
Yeah, absolutely. He has been so consistent, just sneaky, quiet, fast everywhere that we go, staying out of trouble. But I got my eye on him tonight. I think he's going to put in a good run for us tonight, put on a show, and it's going to be fun to watch. You know, he's going to be starting a little deeper in the pack tonight, but that's okay. I still think he's going to be up there by the end of it.
Yeah, and that's not the only battle in the points here that we're watching. You could say, I mean, it is a pretty far gap back to Braxton Luis right here. But, hey, I mean, the top 5 pays out. So all these guys are still fighting for some money as well. You see it pretty close there, all in the 40s there. And then, yeah, then a little bit more of a drop-off. But, hey, everybody's still got something to fight for. And Talladega, what a better place to be able to get out here and potentially make up some spots.
Yeah, absolutely. No better place for it. You mentioned Braxton 2 weeks in a row, or maybe 2. I don't remember if it's 2 in a row, but 2 races where he's just, you know, not had strategy quite fall his way. You remember Darlington took that last pit stop at a time, and we kind of questioned it, and it wound up not falling his way. Same thing back at Iowa, just not quite able to get on the right side of strategy, or rather Pocono. Iowa, he was fine. Pocono got on the wrong side of strategy, just not quite able to recover. So Braxton's doing the best he can, mounting a hard charge. The speed's been there. It's just not quite getting the finishes that he definitely deserves. But yeah, it's going to be a great battle to watch tonight. Lots of stories to follow. And with that, let's move on into our key storylines tonight. First things first, track position. You know, you always want to be leading when the white flag comes out. You never know what's going to happen, but at the end of the day, if there's a car and a track where you can make track position a non-factor, this is probably it. But of course, with the netcode that we've seen, it's going to be difficult to keep on top of. But how are you going to make your way to the front, Johnny? Well, you're going to need teamwork. These guys, you know, getting in their pairs, finding their friends out there, trying to keep ahead of it so that you have someone to get behind you and shove you to the finish is going to be just as important as having a fast car yourself.
Yeah, and teamwork plays perfectly into the pit strategy here tonight. If we get a green flag run, you're going to come in and pit. You need somebody to work with to draft back up and try to jump the field. You know, like if you're going to do a little bit of, you know, hey, you wait a lap, you pit, but you got to have that help. And then final point is going to be avoiding the chaos. And we've seen it last week. There is a netcode issue here, which is only going to make things worse in these Gen 6 cars. Still is not fixed. But it's something to watch, and just general plate racing chaos. Yeah, I'll tell you, we're getting ready for the grid, but we're going to just quickly look at our remaining schedule. We got Talladega here tonight, and we're off to Dover, and then Homestead to round everything off. So, yeah, right down to the end of things, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, sir. It's going to be an exciting one to get through. But the drivers are on the grid. Pace car is getting ready to get rolling. I think it's time we run through our starting grid.
It absolutely is. We're going to take a look. Richard Elliott bringing home the Evan Pienta Designs Pole Award here at Talladega with Kyle Heath on his outside, our current points leader, in number 13. We're going to see Laura Wiseman, all that road and plate experience, giving her a great qualifying effort here, starting on the inside of Braxton DeWeese. And we got Michael Menchaca at number 32, starting in 5th place with Jason Heaney on his outside. Sorry, now I'm finally kind of caught up here, but we're going to see Evan Pienta himself starting on the inside of row 4 with Lee Kernan on his outside. And we got Brian Brobst in the number 11, Tyler Leem in the 99 on his outside. Robert Brobst, yeah, right in line with his cousin there, vintage racing driver in the number 5, starting in the 11th position with Jacob Neckerson on his outside in 13th.
Brandon Ayers going to start in 13th tonight with James Danforth in the 88 on his outside for row 7. Row 8, Nathan Gentry in the number 1 machine, Gavin Henson in the 39 to his outside. Rye Jones, someone who's been consistent, had a little bit of bad luck in this series, but doing pretty good over on the Wednesday side. Is going to start us tonight in the 17th position with Randy Gross to his outside. Row 10 is going to have Ken Gillens in the 07 and Scott Drost in the 2 car. And row 11 is going to have Adrian Schumacher, 2nd place in points, and Wesley Lynch in his outside. Another guy who had a great run last week before getting wrapped up in one of the netcode incidents. Chase Berry starting her in the 24th position with Ryan Hinkle to his outside in 25th. And then rounding out the field, Patrick O'Toole in the number 44, Terry Labonte Toyota. Johnny, the grid has been set. Pace car is off field, making their way through the tri-oval right now, as we all know, and I'm not going to harp on the entire night like NBC or Fox will. The start-finish line at a different spot, but the field reaches the restart zone, and it is green flag from Talladega. Kyle Heath on the outside with Richard Elliott to the inside. Braxton DeWeese tied on the bumper of the 13, trying to give a good shove. Laura Wiseman on the bottom, pulling out a line just a little bit to keep some air on the nose around the bottom.
We see a pretty good jump on that inside line from the O2. He doesn't really have the help that the outside does. I imagine that momentum is going to pick up, and you'll see the 13 of Kyle Heath and Braxton DeWeese behind kind of take a little bit of of a nose into turn 3 here, but yeah, he's going to stay up top, and yeah, he likes the pushes he's getting from that number 8. He's going to keep getting them.
Yeah, got to be mindful of the netcode. We saw it a lot last week. We'll see how soon it plays its hand this week, but hopefully these guys are able to keep it in line. Be respectful with the side draft for the first beginning of this race. Just let us get some laps in. 70 laps around here tonight. It's a long race, a long time to go tonight. These guys got to make it to the end before they can even think about getting aggressive.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, somebody that is aggressive already is going to be the number 70 of Aaron Smith. See him 3 wide. The inside of Wesley Lynch. It looks like he has Cam Gillens to his inside. And, yeah, really trying to make a charge up through the field here early on.
Yeah, grass is green. Aaron Smith is doing something crazy with a race car. Sends it through the middle 3 wide, just trying to get these positions early. Not quite sure what the long-term plan is there. If you get yourself taken out early and something is, oh, look at the field stack up there. Nearly an accident right there as the field gets bunched up. Netcode definitely playing a factor here. Ooh, you see the 33 car there up against the outside wall. That's Wesley Lynch, I believe, who got pushed up into the wall. Yes, it is the 33 car. That's a scary position to be in if you're Wesley. A lot of guys up there. You see some smoke, guys tagging the wall perhaps. These guys just need to try to fall in line, make something happen. As our top line has just absolutely died. I don't know what's going on up there, but that top line has fallen off hard.
Yeah, we could see it here as Aaron Smith's working his way past it, but yeah, the 13 and the 8 have definitely fallen back into the clutches of the pack here. Aaron Smith really slicing his way through the field here. He's really aggressive with those side grabs, which I don't know. Maybe nobody told him about the netcode issues we've been having, but not something I would be doing this early in the race.
3 wide to the top around Robert Brobst. Jeez. Trying to get to Brian Brobst. Aggressive with the side drive. Falls in line. Nearly takes that right, and he gets spun. There it goes. And Braxton DeWeese taken out. Braxton's motor's knocked out of that car. And Rye Jones took a hard shot to the left rear wheel as well. That was wow.
Yeah, I think we could see that one coming a mile away. Just a very aggressive running, trying to get to the front control of this race to the 70. And yeah, I think that netcode might have struck just a little bit here. He comes down for the 91, gets him a little out of shape. Yeah, I think they actually made contact. A huge impact.
That was actual contact.
To the outside wall, to both the 70 and the 91. Hard hit for that number 91. And we'll go back, try to get another look at it, maybe from on board Rye Jones and that number 91. So he gets that great run down the middle with Robert Brooks up there. 70 a little out of shape, cuts down, tries to get that spot.
Man, that's tough because the gap was definitely there for Aaron to get down, but Rye Jones just had such a head of steam that you really can't take it, you know? I mean, do you expect Rye to nail the brakes there in the middle of the corner, or what are we thinking?
Yeah, it just seems like a little too much, a little too early, but yeah, I mean, regardless, hey, it happened, and we're going to take a look on board with last week's winner, Gavin Henson here, as he fights his way through this. He definitely got a little damage, but see the incident taking place, and just nowhere to go. Huge hit for Luis and Henson, and that's another one we got to see right there. The 33 of Wesley Lynch. We just saw him slicing his way through this wreck.
Well, certainly some players involved in that one that had a few people, or pretty much most of the field come down. Wow. Oh my goodness. The seas parted and he made himself through. That was impressive.
Yeah, definitely heads up driving from the number 33 there, able to get through that incident here on, I guess it was lap 4 that it happened, lap 3 or 4, but yeah, definitely coming down pit road. We're going to see on the left side here just how many folks did pit, and it looks like the top 6 stayed out. Everybody else out to come down and at least get fuel. We did not get a fuel number before the race, but I assume it's somewhere in the 35 lap range. So, yeah, maybe hoping to make it on one stop from here.
Yeah, probably. That'd be my guess. I think 30 laps is pretty standard for around here. So maybe visit pit road one more time if you're not out front too much. So I think that's going to definitely play a part in it, though, is how long do you make that final pit stop?
Tell you, one driver up here trying to save gas behind the pace car. It's going to be Evan Pienta staying out. It's going to be our race leader here. Seen him kind of on and off season. He hasn't been here for every race, I don't believe, but always a contender. And yeah, I mean, especially here in these cars. And yeah, good to see him up front. He's got Brian Brooks. He's won at plate races here before. In the Slingshot Racing League, so some strong competition up front regardless, and let's see how it all pans out when they re-rack them.
Johnny, we've got Aaron Smith outside the infield care center, I believe, looking to talk. You want to talk to Aaron Smith?
Absolutely, let's bring him in.
Let's bring him in. Aaron Smith, driver of the number 70 car. What happened there?
Man, I was going to the front. I did not know netcode was that bad with this car. I showed up after qualifying, so I didn't get to practice in the pack. But yeah, I was digging, driving like an idiot, trying to get to the front because I knew if I could get to the front in these cars, I could win the race from there. But I did not get there. I got to Roberts outside. We went 3 staggered, and I had to get back behind him. And then I did not realize there was a pack behind us with a whole head of steam. So I turned down. There was room to turn down, but yeah, there was a hole in the middle, and I left that open, and I got clipped and died. So not ideal. I think I took out a solid half the field there. You told me in the iRacing chat not to kill everybody today, but I did that on lap 5. So that's I think that's a new record for me. But yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah, the broadcast they got the ticker on the screen that says Aaron Smith slipped on a banana. So we hate to see that for you. Unfortunate incident there. I hope you're all right, man. That was a hard lick for everybody involved. But yeah, just unfortunate to see. Hopefully we'll see you back on Wednesday.
Yeah, thank you. I was hoping the car wouldn't bounce off the wall that hard, but shoot, I wanted to get it out of the way. I didn't mean to fling it back into everybody.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
You'll have that sometimes. Yeah, like sometimes you'll have those weeks. So, yeah, it is what it is.
Thank you very much, Aaron Smith. We appreciate you joining us. Best of luck.
10-4, thank you.
Aaron Smith, driver of the number 70, like we said, slipped on a banana peel. Hate to see it. I don't know. I guess Robert must have threw that out his window, Mario Kart style. Unfortunate to see for Aaron, but lights are out on the pace car. We are getting ready to get rolling here. Got a few cars 1 lap down. Randy Gross, Rye Jones, Braxton DeWeese, all 1 lap down right now. I believe they're all still here, so hopefully they'll be able to get their laps back at some point, but lights are out on the pace car. Pace car makes its way down pit road, field in the hands of Evan Pienta and Brian Brobst. Did not elect to pit. The first car that pit is the 02 of Richard Elliott, currently in 7th. Everyone else stayed out. Evan Pienta takes off. Huge gap behind us. Brian Brobst have a little bit of a connection issue there. That is Jacob Nickerson on the top that gets hung out to dry. He falls in line. Brian Brobst, that is, in front of Cam Gillens. Now he's going to get up there and shove the heck out of Evan Pienta as Cam Gillens makes his way up front to the top of the top. That's going to be him behind, or in front of Jacob Nickerson with Scott Drost and Laura Wiseman behind. Those two, Cam and Jacob, are teammates. So see if they can work together, get it hooked up. They've got a little bit of a pack there with them. We'll see if they can get formed up and try to march towards the front. But right now, that bottom is all hooked up and rolling nice and easy with Evan Pienta, Brian Brobst, James Danforth, Richard Elliott. We know that Evan and Danforth are teammates, so those two are definitely going to be working together. We saw earlier this season on the Wednesday side. Those two were able to slice and dice their way through the field in the trucks, so they know what they're doing. If they can hold on to this track position, those two are going to be in a good spot.
Yeah, they absolutely are, and we see another group of teammates here, the One Wrench Racing folks, getting a little bit too high there, losing some momentum there. Cam Gillens and Jacob Nickerson kind of falling back into the clutches of the 99 of Leem, and they're going to have to regroup, try to fight their way back up into the pack here. We see Wesley Lynch making a pretty big move. He's going to make his way up behind Robert Brost here. We got 27 of Lee Kiernan.
Up hard. Sorry, Johnny, but Lee Kiernan slotted in line there, and it made Laura jump out of the gas really hard. Robert had to check up there. They very nearly wrecked.
Yeah. Close corridors here at Talladega. I'll tell you, it's just like being in bumper-to-bumper traffic on the highway, and except you're doing 200 mile an hour, and one mistake could, end your night. But just
yeah, that's the thing too. These guys, by the time they're hitting, turn 3, I'm riding on board with Adrian Schumacher here, and he's hitting 200 miles an hour in the middle of the pack there by the time they hit the corner. So these guys are absolutely flying around this racetrack. The margin for error is just so low, especially with the way the netcode's been tonight and the past week. So I really think these guys are just trying to make laps right now, try to get towards the end. We are only 10 laps into this race, so these guys got to get to the end. They got to try. We got a pit stop to survive, Johnny. If this thing goes green flag pit stops are going to be tricky.
Oh, they absolutely are, and you got to get linked up with your teammates beforehand. And it takes a little bit to do it. It takes a little planning and preparation here. But right now, only 2 wide. Talladega's plenty enough room. When it gets close to that time, you can call that shot, maybe go to the third lane, try to make something happen, gain a couple spots before you come in and pit. But it's something we're going to be watching all night long. This teamwork stuff. It's what wins these races week in and week out.
Absolutely. And the thing that I'm noticing right now is Brian Brobst at the front having really awkward network issues. Blinking out pretty good there. And at a track like Talladega, that's a scary thing to happen because you never quite know if the pushes are trustworthy or if the bumps that you're going to receive are trustworthy.
Yeah, it definitely helps if it's somebody that you know and race around enough. But with those connection issues, and especially with the problems we've been having here the last week or two, I would definitely be nervous if I'm the number 55 or 88 to really lock in and try to make some time.
I want to draw your attention to the 17th place car, Kyle Heath. They are running about 3 seconds behind the leader, this little group of 5 right here. I have to imagine that this is just a conservation move. I don't believe they lost the draft without purpose. I think that they're back here just waiting for the lead pack to probably have an accident at some point, and be there at the end to capitalize. Because, Kyle Heath, we've talked all season about how he's a smart racer. I think that that's probably the play here.
Yeah, I would say so. Maybe a little weary of the side-by-side action we saw in the first couple laps of this run. And, probably thinking better of it. Hey, we got, we can get 5 cars lined up here. Great pushes from the number 46, Chase Berry back here. And you don't have to worry about the netcode thing too much with somebody right behind you. It's more the side-by-side, side drafting aspect of it that has been an issue. But so far so good since the last restart, though. We still see 2x2 all the way through the top 15 or so, and pretty solid racing.
Yeah, none of the side drafts are too aggressive yet. These guys are all giving each other plenty of room, taking it easy. Just trying to make lap time, trying to be there to survive the pit stop, to survive the race. That's the story of the race tonight. Just get there, be safe. You see Lee Kiernan bail out on top there. This top lane's kind of starting to consolidate and lose its cars. But as I say that, Gavin Henson jumps up in front of Patrick O'Toole there. So they're not completely broken apart yet, but I think they are definitely considering trying to get a little closer to single file, but as I say that, you see 3 wide back there with the 99 of Tyler Leam on Patrick O'Toole. Patrick up there against the fence with Wesley Lynch on the bottom. Patrick wisely backs out, falls in line, gets to the bottom of the racetrack, says, yeah, no thank you, I don't want to be involved in that, I'll just ride back here for the time being.
You see the 16 of Errors maybe getting a little impatient, tired of riding in line on the bottom, trying to move up to see if he can make something happen with the help of the 2 car of Scott Drost here. Not working right now as we see him kind of falling back a couple lanes, and it's going to take a couple laps to build that momentum, and right now it doesn't seem like it's going to work.
Well, you gotta think, though. You got some really good people up there. Brandon, Scott, I'm not too sure. I don't have enough experience racing around him. But, you know, Laura and Robert and Gavin Hinson, these guys are good, intelligent drivers. So I'm sure that if they really want to form this pack up and get towards the front, they can absolutely do it. If you're right on board with the 84 of Laura Wiseman here, you see just holding that gap, building momentum, and they've got a run right now. Scott is starting to make his way up. He's in line, or your leader of this line, Brandon Ayers, is in line with the 4th place car. So they are definitely making their way forward here on corner exit. Scott Gross gets right to the bumper of Brandon Ayers, waiting for Laura to get up to him, and here she comes, closing in now. This run they're getting through the triover is really good. Ayers up to 3rd on the outside of Danforth here, so these guys are they're marching their way forward. They've got all the tools they need. It's just going to be about, you know, how patient can they be with it, and once they get clear, does Brandon Ayers stick with this line, or does he drop down in front of the leaders?
Yeah, a lot of times that second car in line is just begging for you to drop down so they can cool their car off. You can see he's just all over the 16 right now. No air getting into that radiator, and yeah, you can only do that for so long here before your engine will expire. But yeah, that charge kind of falling off a little bit, but you still see just the how tight together they are on that outside line. I think that's going to end up paying off yet again, and it's more of a momentum game once they get that momentum back up. Right back up here battling. See, inside was definitely pretty unorganized. They're kind of coming back together here, but not quite as tight together as the outside line.
Absolutely, yeah. This line is fully dead here at the moment. I mean, you see them nearly 3 wide here. At this point, they need to either fall in line and regroup and rebuild, or try something else. As you see your 3 main guys, or drivers, you've got Brandon Ayers, Laura Wiseman, Robert Ropes there, trying to hold it together. Now you got Gavin Hansen joining the party, thinking about it at least. These guys can definitely get their way to the front. It's just going to take some time. They're going to have to do it right. It's gonna be a process.
Yeah, certainly time to regroup, but hey, I'll tell you what, while all this is going on back here, Evan Pienta, Brian Brovstream, Danforth, Richard Elliott, all up here just content, riding in line. It's exactly where you want to be, controlling this race, get up front, so less of a chance of getting involved in something if it does happen. And yeah, these guys are on cruise control up here and just hoping to get to those pit stops before anybody else.
Yep, it's going to be an advantage. The pit strategy is going to play a part in this. There's a world where you don't pit immediately and you run a little long to make something happen, but at the same time, you run the risk of people wrecking while trying to get onto pit road, and some of them making it to pit road and then being able to cycle to the front. So it's really a game of chance. What do you want to do? What's your play? What feels safe? And a lot of that's going to depend on where you are on the racetrack.
See this outside line coming back yet again, now with Robert Probst at number 5 as the second pusher here. And yeah, we know he's a excellent plate track driver. He's got quite a few wins this season in road and plate, here in Slingshot as well. And yeah, these 3, if they get locked up, they might be able to get there. Once again, fighting for the top 5 on the outside. And yeah, there's some momentum for the 16 of Ayers.
Yeah, they're getting their way up here right now. Now, the question's going to be, what does Evan Pienta do? We know Evan likes to be in control of these races, so he may come up and try to lead this top line. Try to work both lanes, you know, kind of like you used to see back in the Gen 6 days. It's going to be an interesting thought. Do you really want to throw that block here with the way the netcode's been? I don't think so. But you see Danforth here trying to get up there and get a little bit of side draft off of Ayers there. Risky business, but we'll see how that plays out for these guys. Ayers right there side by side with Gropes for second place. I mean, if he gets to run off this corner here, and look at Laura building the momentum, comes down to side draft, both of them. They're going to fan out a little bit off the corner. Laura's going to get right there, and they're going to have a good head of steam here. Look at the run for Robert, though. Robert closing up so much, brings that momentum right to the back of Laura Wiseman, who can't quite get it to Brandon Ayers yet. But she's going to try to get up there, and if they can, they're going to drive this thing right to the front, I think.
Yeah, that third car is just as important as the second car. You want to give that second car some momentum to be able to push the lead car. And, yeah, I mean, we see, got a car into the inside wall.
He's spinning. He's going to hit the inside wall. Yeah, he just clobbered the inside wall. We stay green, though. I don't think he got back up on the racetrack, so race control is going to leave that one green. Nope. As I say, that caution flag flies. So let's see if we'll get a replay here and see what happened to Patrick there.
Yeah, we kind of saw it there live, but just absolutely fighting for his life to hang on to that thing. We saw a late move, not a great angle here, but we're going to watch. He gets into this cutout in the wall right at the very end of it, gets a little air, knocks the left front off of the thing, and just unable to save it. It's going to slide down, hit the other part of the wall that shoots out. And that's going to be terminal damage, I would assume, for the number 44. We'll see if we can get one more view of this. You see O'Toole battling here with Nathan Gentry and Scott Drost. He has the 33 of Wesley Lynch behind him on the inside. There's a little bit of a gap there, and looks like he had enough room to get down there. And maybe some netcode, or he might have just got loose making that move. Yeah, we're going to go on board with the 33. Just see exactly what happened there. But we see the 44 hard impact into the inside wall.
Ample room, gaps there. Bounced. Oh yeah, he got there. I think that he did it. I don't think that. I don't know. It seemed like. Yeah, no. I think Wesley might have clobbered old Patrick there, but I don't know if that incident should have done that.
Yeah, maybe the. Yeah, rear end of the car is a little light making that move, and then that, that contact. But, yeah, I'll tell you what, pit road is a busy place. We're taking a look at it here. Evan Pienta's going to lead him down. Just about everybody has opted to pit. I think everybody. I hear one out there. I wouldn't doubt if it's Chase Barry or someone, but we see all these cars. Evan Pienta's going to lose a few spots here. Like Laura Wiseman, Richard Elliott is going to be the first car off pit road. Yeah, it looks like everybody on the lead lap did pit. It might have been a lap car going around that I heard. I think the 34 of Randy Gross. And I believe he's going to be our Evan Pienta Designs Pole Award Lucky Dog winner.
I think you're right. Good for him.
There it is.
Yep. There we go. Good looking graphic.
Yeah, Richard Elliott right back up where he started. It took him a little while to get there, but I'll tell you what, strong performance so far tonight. It's got Laura Wiseman up here, Adrian Schumacher, Robert Probst, and it's going to be an exciting show. We got a lot of really good plate drivers up here at the front of this thing, and I'll tell you what, we haven't pay too much attention to the chat, but hey, while we got you here, tell us who do you think's going to win this thing. We got some strong contenders. We had an incident earlier that took out a lot of good cars as well. So we got Connor Lyons in here. We got Braxton's dad. Aaron Smith was in there saying he was out of the Car Center. Quite a few people in the chat. We appreciate everybody coming out, supporting the league, supporting our drivers.
Absolutely. And I've got Jacob Phillips in my DMs asking for a shout out. Jacob, we miss you, buddy. We wish you were back here racing with us, but too many more hits to the noggin like that, and you're not going to be able to wake up as is, bro. So probably need to take it easy, man. But we miss you. Hope you're out there. He does say that his money is on James Danforth for the win, though, and I don't think that's a bad pick. I think that's a solid pick.
Yeah, I was trying to find him on the scoring monitor. We see him stopping here on the entry to pit road.
Oh, no, not the Jacob Phillips curse. Oh, there he goes. He gets rolled.
Almost immediately, I thought there were some issues. But yeah, James Danforth started 14th, coming down to top off, I'd assume, to maybe make it to the end of the race here. And that might be a stretch, but yeah, we'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. So, field is lined up. Lights are out on the pace car. I want to draw your attention to this top lane because I have found that through all of the league racing that I've done, that there is a constant threat of people that know how to work together and get their way to the front on the plate tracks. It is Laura Wiseman and Robert Brobst. And they find themselves together leading the top line right here. They've got Gavin Henson here behind them, but I think the third car for the restart is going to be mostly irrelevant. But these two, I expect to make a play here to get to the front and potentially lead this race for a while. They're both just such strong competitors on these tracks.
Yeah, it's definitely comes down to a lot of that road and plate experience, and all the time they've been racing here at the Slingshot League as well, and always strong competitors when it comes down to this. And hey, everybody say, hey, it's luck and all that. There is skill involved in this plate racing. I'll tell you that. It takes a little bit of luck, but you got to know what you're doing in the first place. And definitely the two drivers on the outside have that down.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm very interested to see the pit strategy play out here. It's going to be fun to watch. Everybody pit that time, so it's going to be fun to follow to the end here as the pace car pulls off. Gavin Henson's back up front. He's got Adrian Schumacher there, second place in points. Actually, with the way they're running right now, he might be a points leader as they run. But see him into the restart zone now. Gavin waits pretty late in the box. Laura, a little bit of wheel spin, but look at Robert Brooks. Hide on the bumper, and Adrian Schumacher is so far behind your leader of Richard Elliott. But Laura and Robert are probably both going to have a chance to get clear here before Adrian Schumacher even gets to the rear bumper of Richard Elliott. And you see Brian Brobes back there trying to get clear, see if he can get up there and slice and dice with his cousin up at the front. Oh, Robert gets to the top, splits Laura 3 wide. I don't think he meant to do that, but now they're 3 wide here. Laura falling back, sinking like an anchor, but Robert Brobst is going to move to the front with Gavin Henson pushing him. You see Tyler Leem there shoot the middle. Robert Brobst is going to think about coming down to defend it, chooses to stay with Henson. Now he's trying to manage both lines, makes his way back down to the middle in front of Tyler Leem. And Gavin Henson falls back in line. Laura Wiseman back to 4th in line on the top. But your bottom is starting to form up here. We got 4 cars together with a 5th on the way. The top all spread out. These guys got to get something going now if they want to try to make a play for it and not lose too much track position. So you see Tyler Leem get hard to the bumper of Robert Brobst there into turn 1. I don't know if I'd be too comfortable pushing with the way the netcode's been, but they're going to try it here. You see Robert get a little squirrely there in the middle of the corner. Coming up off the corner here, now is when you want that hit. You see the 99 try to get to the rear bumper there. Getting just as close as he needs to for Robert to feel that air. Good move out of the top here. Robert, what's his choice? Tyler Leem shoots to the bottom, doesn't even think about it. That was scary. Robert wanted to go down, but Tyler beat him to it. Now Robert backs up to Gavin Henson. They're going to try to get a run down the front straightaway here and see if Robert can be the benefactor this time.
What a move from Tyler Leem to get down there. I don't know if he meant to do it. He kind of wanted Robert to ease his way down as well. But yeah, Now he's going to be leading that inside line. Roberts now got the help of Henson, last week's winner in at number 39. But nothing doing right now.
My goodness! Whoa! Oh, they almost saved it. Robert Brooks, they did kind of save it. Wow, I cannot believe Robert Brooks kept that car straight.
Wow.
Johnny, do you think we can get a cockpit replay from Robert Brooks right there? Oh my
We
goodness.
are on it.
Posted on the field. Let's see this. This is going to be the save of the night. Let's see, riding on board with Robert here as they come off the corner. The rear end starts to get loose on these cars. Comes down the side rough. Wow! Oh my goodness gracious. That was insane. That is absolutely insane.
Yeah, what a save from the number 5. Driving Talladega like it's Bridgeport here. But I'll tell you, same thing, but he's going to lose that front pack.
Brandon Ayers is into the inside wall with Nathan Gentry hard. Oh, man. That was tough. I don't know what happened there. I didn't quite get a good look at it. It looked to me like maybe Grizzly got a little bit up there. I think Nathan was there. That's going to be tough to see. We'll see what happens.
Okay, let's see them side by side here, just outside of the top 5, and yeah, I think Nathan might have came up a little bit. Maybe we finally saw our first netcode incident here. We're going to go on board with the number 1, take another look at it. Yep.
I think he was following. If you get us a more straight-on view, I think that what you'll see is that Robert was following, or not Robert, sorry, that Nathan was following the car directly in front of him, who kind of came up the racetrack a little bit. You'll see the 27 here kind of come up the racetrack, and Nathan looks like he tries to come up to kind of stay in line with him to get the draft, and then Grizzly was just there.
We're
I
going
don't
to
know how
take a
badly
look.
that's going to hurt their cars, but we'll see.
I want to see this from Michael Menchacha's view, or no, maybe not. Who's directly ahead of him? I think maybe Henson, because I think there is a little bit of netcode here. They might have made contact regardless, but
yeah, they definitely got glued together.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Well, that certainly throws a wrench in things. Up at the front of the pack, almost all of the leaders seem to be pitting. 1, 2 cars, 3 cars going to stay out here. We've got Tyler Leem, Jacob Nickerson, and I believe that's Cam Gillens back there staying out as well. So, bit of a call there for them, try to get some track position. They did it earlier this race as well, so I'm sure that they've got their plan and they're sticking to it, I guess.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch. A lot of drivers coming in, just topping off some fuel. First car out of pit road will be that number 02 of Richard Elliott, and it looks like he'll be starting about 4th place once we get everything racked back up. We're going to take this moment to step away for just a minute to hear from our partners at Whiplash Sim Cams. All these great camera angles that you see week in and week out are brought to you by them. We certainly appreciate their partnership. Be right back on the other end. right, back here live from Talladega Super Speedway. Just about halfway through this thing, and it's been something, I'll tell you. Pretty exciting race through and through. We've seen some really crazy side-by-side racing, some bold moves that ended up in dismay, and yeah, I'll tell you, last incident, kind of a little bit of netcode, really our first netcode strike of the night, and yeah, I'll tell you, it didn't take too many people out, didn't give too many people too much damage, so not too bad, but you see a lot of folks coming in and topping off on fuel yet again, trying to make this thing to the end.
Yeah, these guys, I went and talked to some crew chiefs during the break. One more pit stop and you should be able to make it pretty easily if you're not the leader. If you're the leader, it might be a little bit of a question, but you're going to be looking at about 38 laps if you're not the leader. So if you're second in the line, you'll probably be able to make it with one more.
Well, that would put us right at where you can make it to the end without a caution or overtime if you topped off right here. So, yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on that. We'll see our stint tracker, all the drivers that show one lap topped off. So, starting with Brian Brobst on the left side there. Then you have Evan Pienta, Ryan Hickle, Wesley Lynch. But you still are probably going to have to save just a little bit of gas to be able to make that work.
And you got to plan to have at least one overtime. Just got to be ready for it. It's probably going to happen, so just gotta be ready for that in case it does happen. We've got the teammates there up at the front for the One Wrench Racing team, Cam Gillens and Jacob Nickerson. See what they can do here. See if they do a bit of a teammate restart, perhaps. Try to get together and maintain the lead, but that row two, you've got Adrian Schumacher, Richard Elliott, Robert Brooks third on the top. He's going to be trying to make his way forward. Field now making their way towards the restart zone. The play so far tonight has been to go pretty late in the box, as they do right there too. Everyone seems to be waiting very late in the box to go tonight for some reason. But look at the jump inside line guy. We're going to be nearly 3 cars clear by the time we get to turn 1. They're already 3 wide a little further back with Randy Gross splitting Scott Drost on the top. 3 wide back here for roughly 9th position. Randy Gross wisely tries to fall in line, but the 33 of Wesley Lynch is there, so not quite able to do it yet. He'll try to fall in line here behind Wesley Lynch on the top. These guys trying to form this outside lineup. You got 3 formed up pretty good at the front. Now you see Brian Brobst coming to join the party. Scott Drost there to his rear bumper, and Wesley Lynch behind him, but the bottom, take a look at this. A 2-car breakaway out front. Richard Elliott and Jacob Nickerson, these guys starting to pull out a little bit of a gap, and that might be a little bit too much of a gap to be safe as you see Cam Gillens try to make his way down into the hole left by Lee Kiernan. There is not a hole there, though. Wisely pulls back up in front of Adrian Schumacher there. Good thinking to back out of that one.
Yeah, living to fight another day, and yeah, we saw Cam not have a great restart on that outside, but he's able to get a little bit of draft and help from Schumacher here now. That 07 machine is fighting back, clawing his way past the 3rd car on the inside, trying to stake a claim at the lead of this race. But right now it's going to be Jacob Nickerson, and number 35, his teammate, with the help of Richard Elliott, our pole sitter and driver who's been leading a lot of the laps here tonight, showing some really strong plate racing mentality out of that number 02. It's going to give the 35 a push and pull away from that outside line just a little bit, heading down to the start-finish line.
Yeah, and you want to mention, if there's only 2 guys in the field that are absolutely not questionable about making it to the end. It's Jacob Nickerson and Cam Gillens. They haven't pit in 12 and 11 laps respectively, so they are absolutely not going to be able to make it to the end of this race. They have to pit at least one more time, so keep that in mind. As Adrian Schumacher turns Cam Gillens into the outside wall, and I really don't think I phrased that properly. I think that Cam Gillens tried to clear himself there. That was a rough spot to be in, but there's your caution that you probably need to make it to the end if you pit last time by.
Yeah, not what the 07 was looking for. A little bit of right side damage there. Once again, not a wreck that really involved a lot of folks. I don't think. We're going to go back and get a look at it, but yeah, sorry about that. Go back just a little bit further, and yeah, we see the 82 was certainly there. I think the 07 was maybe trying to follow the 39 as he came up to that outside line, and yeah, just kind of a lazy spin into the wall. Incredible job by all these drivers missing that. Everybody moving down the apron, giving each other room.
We need to ride on board with Kyle Heath there, because he very nearly saw his championship lead go up in smoke. I would recommend a cockpit view if we've got that there.
Yeah, we got to go back just a little bit more here, and we'll get the cockpit view from Kyle Heath. Oof. It's one of them moments you think you're through it, and then the next thing you know, a car comes sliding in front of you. But a great job getting on the brakes and getting through that thing without any incident.
Yeah, good deal on hit, zigging and not zagging. That could have been bad.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure he's well on his toes here tonight, trying to protect that championship points lead, and yeah, not showing it right now, being back here in 19th place, but you got to be here at the end to really make something happen and keep that car clean. He did an excellent job of avoiding that wreck to keep himself in this thing.
Yeah, he certainly did. That was fun to watch. Good save on his part. Feel a lot of them coming down pit road just to top off, make sure they're fully good to go to the end. You see Jacob Nickerson, though, continuing to stay out. I mean, shoot, you get enough cautions, you might save enough to make it. I don't know. Let's, we'll just have to see how that one plays out. But, you know, field, going to be another full lap of pacing after this, so certainly plenty of time to think about it. Johnny, do you want to talk to somebody? What do you think? I think we should talk to somebody.
Absolutely.
How about Evan Pienta?
Yep, we already got the camera on him, so that works.
Let's bring him in. Evan Pienta, Jimmy Johnny up in the booth. How's it going tonight, buddy?
Oh, pretty good. How about you guys?
Oh, you know, we're doing pretty good. I can't complain too much. Watching you guys put on a heck of a show for us. How's it feel in the car?
I mean, it's all right. I think, obviously, I don't know if you guys can see it on your end, but there's a little bit of shaking going on with everybody. Kind of also everybody seems to be dragging, and so a lot of sparks are flying, but it's a little bit, people are kind of on the weary side to push, but you know, all these cautions kind of make for a good strategy with fuel mileage and stuff, and so kind of everybody feels like they're pretty tight on fuel, where it's kind of right at the number. That's kind of why I just pit, just to kind of give myself a little bit of a buffer, but we'll see. It's kind of everybody, I feel like there's a couple early cautions there and kind of gave some people a wake-up call, and it's kind of like I feel like most of the people are just waiting for the final 10 laps or so to really, you know, put the net code issues to the wayside and push for the sake of getting a win.
Absolutely. Yeah, we see right there behind you, you got your teammate and good buddy James Danforth there. We've seen you guys do a lot of shaking and baking together in some of the other races. Is the plan for you guys to work together to get your way to the front?
Yeah, that's the usual plan here. Kind of tried doing it. He got a penalty on the last caution, and then I entered it or went above the yellow line, merging out. So we kind of both were back there and committed to try and help each other get back up to the front. And then that whole big checkup happened, and then fortunately we were able to avoid a lot of the chaos that was way in front. So fortunate for this caution to happen, but you know, just try and make a plan here, get all single file here with the 21 with Ryan if we can, and then try and make our way to the front.
Well, best of luck to you, Evan. Hopefully we'll be talking to you a little later this afternoon in Victory Lane. Go out there and get you some tonight.
Appreciate it. See you guys later.
Right, that was Evan Pienta. I'm excited to see what him and those guys can put together back there for F. Scott Motorsport.
Yeah, Evan just needs to keep on riding, doing what he's doing right now. He's been up here, he's led some of this race, and yeah, he's got to fight his way back through. And hey, if anybody can do it, it's him. I know it. And yeah, I mean, it's still a lot of racing left here, coming to what, about 30 to go, and yeah, it's going to amp up at the end of this thing too. But right now, up front, Jacob Nickerson still leading this thing on an alternate fuel strategy. You can see on the left. Definitely going to have to pit one more time, I would say. And hey, he's getting up there, leading some laps though, having some fun. That's what it's all about. See if things play out. Maybe he's able to come in and take some fuel with another caution here in a little while.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see how this plays out. It's certainly going to be interesting. But lights are out on the pace car coming off of turn 4 here. You'll see on the bottom, Jacob Nickerson still continues to lead. Richard Elliott on the top. Lee Kiernan and Michael Menchaca in row 2. So, see what happens here. Lee Kiernan laying quite a bit back off the rear bumper of Jacob Nickerson. That's not what you want to see for Jacob Nickerson, but not much he can do about it. Gavin Henson fires very early, gets that 27 car pushed way up there. Race Control may take a look at that. There was a lot of space there between some of those guys. Definitely not what we're used to seeing. As you see, oh, take a look at this. You see James Danforth get in front of Evan Pienta. There's those two teammates linked up, and then a little further ahead, you see Robert and Brian Brobes. Those two are hooked up as well, so sure, we might start to see some moves, but here on the top, what I'm noticing is 02, 32, 33. Those three are also teammates. The teammate pairings are fully showing up right now, so these guys are getting ready to get going. Now, if those three on the top can get that 27 to Lee Kiernan with them, that would be all 4 of that Skidmark Motorsports team in one group together. In fact, what you might actually see is that 27 car of Lee Kiernan lay off Jacob Nickerson a little bit here and try to help that top get a run. That would propel his 3 teammates to 1, 2, 3 if he can make it happen.
Yeah, that may be exactly what you're seeing. You see that 27 not really giving much of a push, and yeah, we'll see if that whole top line drops down, and yes, it does.
Look at that. That is some teamwork. I can't say it's the most ethical teamwork, but it is, by God, that is some teamwork that we see right there. Now your top line is going to have to defend or try to pass 3 teammates in a row, and they are all going to be talking to each other, trying to plan this, talking about the runs, where the momentum is, and making it happen to try to make the life of Brandon Ayers in the top line as hard as possible.
Yeah. I'll tell you, it's one thing we haven't seen yet, because there is power in numbers here in these cars. I mean, I don't know about 3, but if you have like 5 cars and you just run the right line and give the right gap, nobody can do anything, you know? So it's going to take everybody else kind of ganging up on these guys to be able to get by them if they do it right. And right now, they're doing it pretty right. They're kind of pulling away from the rest of the field here. So we see Randy Gross, I believe, all the way up at the wall, trying to get by the 16 of Ayers. They're going to be 3 wide here for the 8th and 9th positions. No help on the outside for Gross.
Jacob Nickerson just made the error that he did not want to make. He just got out of the way of the 27. Now, all 4 of the Skidmark Motorsports cars are linked up on the bottom of the racetrack. And Johnny, you said 5 or 6, but I think you can do pretty good with 4. I think these guys... Oh, Grizzly gets turned! Brandon Ayers around in front of Randy Gross, hard into the outside wall. Spinning down the racetrack. That's not what they wanted to see. I'm sure the Skidmark guys aren't too upset about it. They'll control the first 2 lanes.
Yeah, another time we see the 16 involved in an incident. We're going to take a look at what happened this time. See, he's back here battling with the 99 of Liam and Jacob Nickerson, who kind of got out of line there, was a little bit slow with no help. Ayers gets into the wall a little bit and then gets tagged by the 2 in an evasive maneuver. Hard impact for 16 and the 34 of Gross. We see Gross is going to tag the wall again. spinning around like a pizza here. I think maybe we go on board with him and see if we get a good look at how this incident happened. A little bit of netcode. I mean,
A little bit.
One thing that I've noticed with the netcode is, you know, if a car does hit the wall, the prediction goes wild, and it'll kind of, you know, extend the potential for some pretty far-reaching netcode, and that's kind of what we saw there. As soon as 16 hit the wall, the netcode kicked in, and sideways he went. So.
Well, Randy was really putting on a show tonight. He was giving us something to watch pretty much the entire time. So hopefully their cars aren't too badly damaged. I mean, Brandon Ayers has just had a night from hell if I've ever seen it. So I think like maybe he'll be all right too and able to stay in this race.
Yeah, he's not come down pit road yet, so maybe a little bit more damage for the 34. Opting to come in when the pits were closed, but. Yeah, Brandon Ayers up and down night, and he's got to come in and try to fix that thing up. Got a lot of folks coming down pit road.
Yep. Jacob Nickerson did come down pit road that time. Well, what do you say we talk to another driver, Robert or Johnny? We got plenty of time to kill.
Absolutely. Who are you thinking this time?
I'm thinking Laura Wiseman. Few laps down, off the pace. Let's see what her plan is. See if she can get something rallied. Laura Wiseman, Jimmy Johnny, up in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
A copy loud and clear.
So, not the night you wanted to see. Robert Brope split you 3 wide, and that decision got you mired in the pack, then inevitably got you killed. How's the car? Damage all fixed? Are we mounting a comeback here as you take a lucky dog here?
We'll see. That's just one step at a time. That's all I can do right now. I gotta stay in the pack if I have any chance. Even if I was to get all the lucky dogs back. But just trying to get as many points as I can.
Yeah, and how's the car feel?
It feels fine right now. I just gotta keep it in the draft. I was kind of being a bit cordial and letting everybody by and trying to not make a scene, and lost the draft, but I think that kind of worked out for me in the end anyways, at least for this time.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're hoping that you're able to get these laps back, get up there with the leaders and tangle with them again. So best of luck for the rest of your race. If with any luck, maybe we'll talk to you a little later tonight. Who knows? I mean, the way the night's going, you could definitely get enough cautions to get it back.
Hey, you never know till you try.
Exactly. Laura, thank you for joining us. Best of luck.
Thank you. Have fun.
Oh. My bad.
Yeah, well, good news for Laura. There is only one car in front of her that is a lap down, and it's Randy Gross, who is yet to come out of pit road, repairing that damage. So, yeah, very easily could be the lucky dog recipient if there is another incident here in a few laps. And, yeah, race ain't over yet. We got a lot of racing left here, and anything can happen.
Absolutely. These cautions, Johnny, are killer. I tell you what, field is double file, though. So, with any luck, these guys, I don't know. On one hand, I would love to see Laura get her laps back and get back to the pack. But on the other, man, I want a green flag run to the finish. That would be, what, 25 laps? Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, it's certainly possible. Kind of surprised with the incidents we've seen. I mean, most of them have been pretty lackadaisical or whatever that word is, and nothing too crazy, and we probably are just a little unlucky that they ended up being cautions. I think once we get a few laps in, everybody kind of gets into a rhythm. Probably won't see that too much until the very end when things heat up.
Absolutely, I totally agree.
Yeah, right now up front, though, it's going to be Michael Menchaca. I guess he's going to be on the outside, right? So I think Elliott was in the lead. I'm not sure, but huge gap back to this 27. Trying to build that run and give a push, but yeah, this is why you don't do that, because it's going to cause a stack up here, but they're kind of able to get it back together.
Jeez Louise. Field getting going here. You see the teammates trying to get the good restart there on the top, letting the bottom get ahead, but unfortunately that's just not quite going to do what they needed to yet. You see Lee Kiernan tuck in line there behind Gavin Hinson, who is the third car there. Now you got James Danforth pulling up to Brian Brobst and Gavin Henson on the top here. You see Evan Pienta in the 55 get to the rear bumper of the 88. Now the 11's going to kind of play the leader here, see what they can do with this teammate. We know that if they can get that 0-2 clear, he's going to drop down. That's just the way the teammates are going to work. But, I mean, we've got Brian Brobst, James Danforth, Evan Pienta, Ryan Hinkle. We know that Evan Pienta wanted those two around him, so we'll see how this all plays out here. Gavin Henson 3 wide, Ryan Hinkle. Oh, netcode contact heavy between Hinkle and the 99 Tyler Lean there. Good save for Ryan Hinkle. That was close. He almost went around there. This pack is a little unsettled at the moment.
Yes, Evan was alluding to earlier, a lot of bobbing and weaving going on right now, and definitely need to kind of dial it back a little bit, because hey, you don't want to end up in the wall, in the fence with damage, anything like that. Right now, Brian Brobst on that outside line, making some headway here. Well, I say that, and they kind of get out of line, but he's going to need that push from James Danforth. Evan Pienta to be able to get up here and disrupt this Skidmark Motorsports trio at the front. Gavin Hinson kind of playing the spoiler up here between that team. He was able to get in and be the fourth car in line. Strong performance from him. And I'm sure just waiting for an opportunity to be able to get up here and mix things up and get these guys out of line.
Yeah, I'd be surprised that if this top lane falls back a little bit, I would be very surprised if we don't see the 39 jump up in front and try to lead. Like you said, he's kind of played the spoiler right now. It's so interesting to watch and see how this plays out. Look, he's going to get a chance right here. I don't know if he does or doesn't. I feel like if you want to lead the race, that's going to be your only way is to jump up in front of the top. What about you?
Oh, absolutely, but you got to know who's going to be behind you too. And I mean, you got to be able to trust the guy behind you too. Not that I don't trust the 11, but I mean, 39 Henson hasn't been racing too long here with us, and maybe doesn't know, but yeah, we'll see here. I think if these three get the momentum on the outside again, you might see Henson try to pull up and block it to get a bump and use that momentum to get up to the front. But yeah, right now that trio in the lead kind of pulling away a little bit. Henson's able to tag along, but you see a little bit of separation here back to sixth place.
Yeah, and that's playing really well into the hands of the Skidmark guys. Let's see. Oh, here goes the trio of people trying to get Brian Brobst shuffled out a little bit. You see James Danforth and Evan Pienta stick it to the top there around him. As very nearly an incident there with Cam Gillens there, almost coming up into Brian Brobst. That was close. But they're all rolling single or 2 by 2 now, as you've got James Danforth out front, and he's got Evan Pienta behind him. We know how good of a pusher Evan is, and we know how good of teammates these guys are. Right against the fence up there, trying to keep the air as far away from the inside cars as possible here down the straight. Now they're going to come down a little bit in the corners. They're not quite side drafting yet. It's still a little too early with 21 laps to go.
It's exactly the move that I would be trying to make. You don't want to get too close. That side draft is, it can help you sometimes, but most of the time it hurts you. Especially, at this point of the race, it's not really worth the risk. And yeah, I mean, you can use it a little bit to get that run, but then you want to create that separation so it doesn't come back. The side draft works both ways. As soon as you get that nose out, car on the inside is going to be pulling you back. And yeah, that's the line I want to see him run right up there, just about to the wall, maybe a little too close to the wall there. Gavin Henson's going to pull up. He said, now is the time. We're going to try to make this move happen. Ooh. James Danforth right up on his bumper.
Look at the sparks out of the 39 car. When these guys get bottomed out in the corners like that, it just kills your momentum. So they're trying to make it happen. It's just not quite as easy as we would expect normally. I don't know if that's track conditions playing into that or what.
Yeah, very well could be. Man, you have to get out of the gas there. Just not really lined up right for the push. And man, that inside line is just flying by right now. These guys need to get together. It doesn't have to be very aggressive. You just need to be there. You need to be able to put the air on the car in front of you to push ahead. Let's see, a couple cars up there look like Nickerson and maybe Gillens. Oh,
Henson up into the wall. He's going to try to keep it up there. He's doing a really good job, and that's still just a squirrely spot to be in. Because now you see Nickerson come down in front of Danforth there. These guys need to fall in line and get their stuff sorted if they want to have a shot to get towards the front. I don't know what their game plan here is.
Yeah, all this racing to get the 10th place. It's kind of pretty wild, but man, we were lucky we didn't have an incident there. That was a really close call between Henson and, oh, there it is. Danforth around.
Hinkle around. Laura Wiseman gets into the back of him nearly. Danforth able to get it turned, keeps it out of the wall. Oh no, he very barely touches the wall.
We'll take another look at this one. Danforth trying to make his way to the inside of the 35. And they kind of just came together down the straightaway. Danforth into the inside, or down to the bottom into the 21. 21 hard impact to the outside wall. And 88 tries to lock it down. And yeah, just a little bit of contact to the inside wall here, but
he kisses it. He gives it a little kiss. I'd really like to see a cockpit camera there view and see if the 35 came down or if Danforth came up or what really happened there, because it's a little tough to tell on the margins.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of both, but we'll go get the rear view from the 35 of Nickerson. See Danforth's down there, and yeah, I don't know.
Looking at the white line, it looks to me more like Nickerson came down than Danforth came up, but it's just so hard to tell. Evan Pienta might have actually a really good view. That's a good idea. He was directly behind those two. So we got Danforth down at the bottom. Oh, netcode. It was netcode. Did you see the 35 just get pulled into the door of the 88?
Yeah, I think the 88 was coming up just a touch, but definitely netcode is what really cooked things off there. I mean, they were close, but they weren't touching yet. So, I mean, yeah, very unfortunate. I mean, this is something, man, they got to fix this. Like, this is a popular car on the surface. It's not like something that nobody ever runs, and yeah, I mean, it's getting to the point. Like, come on. But
yeah. What do you say we talk to Mr. James Danforth involved in that incident?
That's probably a great idea. Let's bring him in.
There's no world where this goes badly at all. James Danforth. Jimmy and Johnny up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
I do.
Well, you'll be dissatisfied to hear that we believe you were a victim of netcode there.
Oh yeah.
It's been working out. You and Evan and Hinkle there have been having some pretty good strategy so far. It seemed to be working. Obviously not where you want to be right now. How bad is the car?
I have 4 minutes optional.
Well, hopefully with any luck you'll be able to get that fixed under this caution and get back out on the racetrack. But how's the racing been tonight? How's the competition field? How bad is this netcode? It's pretty obvious from up here in the booth, but how is it behind the seat of the race car?
It's not even the net. I mean, obviously the netcode's bad, but the draft is broken, at least on the outside. I mean, you get to somebody's bumper, like the second car in line will get to the first car in line's bumper, and it's like somebody just takes 300 horsepower away from you. You just literally go backwards. It's so bizarre.
Absolutely. Well, do you think that if you can... I see your buddy Hinkle back there on pit road too. Is his car pretty well messed up too, or is he okay? Probably going to be okay.
I think he had pretty much the same damage I did, so...
Okay, well, with any luck, I think you guys should probably have enough time to get these things fixed up and get yourselves back out there and still be competitive. So, pace car is almost to pit road entry, by the way. So,
yeah, I see ankle taken off.
Well, best of luck to you, James. Hopefully, you guys can get those things fixed and work your way back up towards the front.
I appreciate it.
Yep. Well, certainly not the run that James Danforth would have wanted for the night, but, there's still a lot of racing left to go. I'm sure that they'll find a way to continue to be competitive.
Yeah, absolutely. And, what it sounds like to me is obviously the aero model of these cars is kind of messed up right now, and it sounds like it's side drafting. It's activating the side draft when you're just behind somebody, right? Maybe that is the issue. I'm not sure. One thing I know about these cars, because I've done it before, if you come out of the pits, like, you're kind of invisible coming out of the pits. If you come out inside of another car and drive around full throttle, the side draft comes into effect, and you'll be going full throttle at like 140 mile an hour. So maybe something's a little broken there. And yeah, but something to watch, though, and it's something, hey, maybe laying back just a little bit and not really getting up there. It's going to be all about managing that throttle instead of just pushing the car in front.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, we're sitting here, really 14 laps to go when they hit the line to get back going again. I mean, that's plenty of time to make something happen, get some stuff rolling, so I think that you'll see... I don't think we're done wrecking. I think there's going to be a lot of incidents remaining. These guys are they're going to have to give a little bit more care to each other than they have all night, and I know that's not what you tell a race car driver, but it's what they're going to have to do if they want to try to make it to the end and not destroy their cars.
I'll tell you what, I know Connor was in the chat earlier. I don't know if he still is, but we're going to do this one for you. We appreciate you coming out here, tuning in, supporting the channel. We're going to crank it up here on this restart. Give it hopefully a lap without incident. And then, we'll be right back on the other end. Crank that thing up. Let's hear these motors in full song here at Talladega.
Yeehaw!
right, well, there it is. Just now 2 laps of crank it up there, and you just hear these cars full song. Absolutely incredible. We saw 2 and 3 wide action. Some incredible shots brought to you by Whiplash Sim Cams here tonight. Right now up front, you see a little bit of a mix-up, and we got a huge push from number 11 onto the 82 of Schumacher. And man, they got out there. They got the lead. The 11's going to get left out in the middle. Where does Schumacher go? Is he going to block Henson on the top? Henson's going to move down and try to give him a little bit of help. And there it is. The 2 of Trost. Huge incident.
Evan Pienta, Jason Heaney, Scott Gross, Brian Brobst. Dang. Yeah, that was pure net code.
This is too good to be true. It looked like we were finally getting some racing in, and yeah, unfortunately, that's going to come to a halt yet again. See the 2 and the 11. We're going to back that up just a little bit because that was a pretty good angle of it. But you see the 2 getting some help from the 99 on the outside. Comes down just a little bit. About 1.5 feet is the gap before the net code ensues, and yeah, coming across the nose of the 11. Hard impact to the outside wall here for the 2. The 99, or is that the 32? The 55 of Pienta, as well as Jason Heaney in that number 9. We haven't talked too much about him. Hate to see him involved in this wreck here after a strong run last week, but
well, these guys are certainly giving it all they've got. Wow.
Yeah, you hate to see it. This point in the race, getting down to the end of this thing, 10 laps to go, and man, these guys, they're racers. They just want to race, and having these issues, very unfortunate. Obviously, we have to deal with it. It's, can't really do anything about it. You just got to give that extra room and hope that the netcode gods are on your side. But regardless, we still got a race to do, and 10 laps to go this time around under caution. Got a few drivers coming down pit road. Looks like maybe starting with the 16 of Ayers, who's had a rough night to say the least. He's been up here challenging for the lead a little bit. He got in a few wrecks and coming down now maybe to get some tires and maybe fix a little bit of damage.
Yeah. Laura Wiseman's getting another fast repair or another lap back, so that's only going to put her 4 down.
Laura Wiseman. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was her there for a second. It's the 11 of Brian Brobst. I was going to say, has worse problems than that, missing the entire front end. But, yeah.
I don't know how many cars are going to be left without incident. It looks like maybe a top 11.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, let's take a look here. We got, if you're going off of iRacing incident points, there's only 1 car with 0 right now, and that's second place. Lee Kiernan in that number 27, but yeah, it's been a wild one for sure. And
you know what, Johnny? I think we should talk to Lee Kiernan. How about you?
That sounds like a plan to me.
Let's bring Lee Kiernan in here as I try to work him up the Discord ladder from all the way down at the bottom. Let's see, Lee Kiernan. It's Johnny Rapp and Jimmy up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Hey, man. How you doing? Yeah, doing good.
Yeah, well, the reason that we decided to talk to you, if you take a look at it, you're the only driver left with 0 incident points. So,
wow.
Talk us through your night, the race so far. We see you and the teammates have been shaking and baking, making your way to the front. How's it been going?
Yeah, just been chilling back in that 5 or 6 spot, staying behind my teammates, just kind of taking it easy. There's some weirdness with netcode and a few other things here tonight, but Yeah, it's pretty easy at the moment. It's easy on the inside line. Outside's a little tough. Outside's hard to get going. But yeah, going great tonight. Thank you for everything that you guys do up in the booth. It's awesome.
Hey, we're just glad to have you guys here. You guys have been putting on a show all night. You guys are putting on a show for us. It's been fun to watch. What's your guys' plan for the end here? You guys are all, for the most part, still up here at the front, right? You're all still up here at the front. So, what's the game plan here?
Well, how many have we got left? We've got 8 left. Be careful for a couple of laps and stay together and get some good point finishes. If it falls in our lap, it falls in our lap, but not push it too hard, if you know what I mean.
Yep, absolutely. Well, Lee, thank you for hopping up here with us. I'll get you back down to where you belong. Best of luck to you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Lee Kiernan there, driver of the 27 car. Those guys are putting on a show for us there down there at Skidmark Motorsports, currently sitting 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 6th.
Yeah, they kind of got broken up on that last restart with all the 2 and 3 wide action that we saw. And yeah, I'll tell you, I mean, still in contention here, but yeah, definitely shook things up. It's going to take a little bit to get them all back together, but it's certainly possible. We see 3 of them in a row on the bottom. We have Adrian Schumacher leading that lane, not a teammate of them. So we'll have to see how much they work together to get by the number 82. Our defending plate race winner at Daytona, season opener, definitely has shown that he has what it takes to get it done here on these high-bagged ovals.
Absolutely. And he's up here in the lead yet again, so I really think he's going to be the one to beat for the moment. Those guys are going to have to work together to displace him, but he's a smart driver. And now we see pace car pulls off. Field's in the hands of Adrian Schumacher. This is looking great for him from a points perspective. Kyle Heath back in 10th, still looking good as well, but with going to be 8 laps to go. So here we go, entering the restart zone. And there goes Adrian. Top getting very squirrely there. You're going to see the top 2 cars break away. You see the teammate there, the 33, lift to let Lee Kiernan in. And there are your 4 Skidmark cars lined up behind Adrian Schumacher. The run's going to have to come from the top if they want to get there. And currently your leader up there is Gavin Henson being pushed by Tyler Leem with Robert Probst in his mirror. And then don't look now, but here comes your points leader, Kyle Heath. He's been quiet all day. These guys are pushing like crazy. They're being very aggressive with the way the netcode is. I would be a little more careful than them. We've still got more than 5 laps to go, guys. There's plenty of time to get up there.
Yeah, I thought we just saw Henson's date for the wall show up there, but able to hang on to it there. The battle for the lead. This whole pack of Skidmark Motorsports cars go to the middle lane. And they're going to go around the 82 of Schumacher handily, but they still have some competition on that outside line. The number 39 of Henson to help Tyler Leem, trying to make something happen, but right now put the Skidmark cars up 1, 2, 3, 4.
Henson looking to split him. He gets to the bottom, shoots to the inside of the 0-2. That's going to break him up a little bit. Now look at Robert Probst taking to the top. The 13 of Kyle Heath. He's trying to figure out where he wants to go. He tucks in line behind the 0-2. Adam Henson doing the best job that he can to break these guys up. Just got to try to keep them separated, but they're all going to run to the middle. Kyle Heath shoots the middle now. He's going to tag onto the back of the Skidmark cars. Now the advantage kind of Skidmark, maybe a little bit to the bottom as you see Gavin Henson lead the charge. 3 wide, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle Heath and Robert Probst on the top. The 4 Skidmark cars in the middle. The bottom's got Adrian Schumacher, Gavin Henson. These guys trying to get clear. If the Skidmark cars can get clear, they're going to shoot back to the bottom, but they're not quite able to as Robert Probst gets turned. They keep it green. They keep it green. Oh, there it goes.
I'll tell you, the caution came out there, but what a save. His second incredible save of the night. That thing was completely sideways.
Yeah.
And
Johnny, it's netcode, and it's bad. It's really bad.
This is maybe the worst we've seen. Yeah.
This is. I mean, I could. I could lay down in between these two cars. A little early there, but this is wow.
Yeah. See Robert up on the top, and maybe a little contact from the 99 to the wall, and yeah, you can fit a whole car in between these two. I'm sorry, we're going back and we're going to pause this at the moment of impact right there. That is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, let's be honest. Like, man, I hate it. Nothing that the 5 did wrong. I'll tell you one thing he did right was saving that damn car. So we're going to go back and look at that again. Yeah.
And you know what? I think that save is worthy of an interview. Let's bring in Robert first. Robert, it's Jimmy and Johnny up in the booth. We're watching this moment again. Obviously, you got netcoded, but twice on the night now, you have had just incredible saves. So tell us, what does it take to be that damn good of a race car driver?
Experience. That's really all it does.
Well, I mean, that's 2 on the night that you have just absolutely saved a sideways wrecked race car and kept yourself in the race. How's the car feel? Is she damaged too bad, or are you thinking you're going to be all right?
I'm about to take her down pit road and find out how bad she is, because my spotter has been refusing to give me the damage report.
Oh, they're protesting, yeah. After they saw you wreck Laura earlier, and they decided they didn't want to help you anymore.
They saw me leave her out 3, or just drop her out 3, and they said, no, it's June.
Yeah, that was...
Can't be doing that.
No. So that was the worst netcode we've seen all night by a wide margin. So what's the pit crew say, Robert?
30 seconds of damage, and they can't fix it all.
Ah, well, you know, it'll be all right. I think you still got a shot to be up there and at least get to the top 5. So, what's it going to take for someone...
Chase with his barking.
What's going to take for someone to beat the Skidmark Motorsports car? Because you see them running 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 5, I should say.
For lack of a better way to put it, those guys being less willing to commit vehicular homicide. And when someone jumps next to them letting somebody actually be next to them instead of holding all 3 lines.
Yeah, they're kind of doing the accordion thing there, spread out a little bit. I mean, to be fair, it's working for them, but you know, what are you going to do?
For them. I mean, you can't fight that.
They're going to go, is this going to be overtime? No, you're going to restart.
It'll be a natural green-white checker.
It'll be a natural green-white checker, so plenty of time for you to get up there and do some damage to them.
Try to get back to the front, I guess.
Yeah, best of luck to you, Robert. You got all the damage fixed on it that you're going to get, and it still only puts you in 10th, so I think you'll be all right. Good luck to you, Robert, and we will maybe talk to you after the race.
Got a shot at a top 10.
Hey, that's about all you can ask for, right?
Right. Let's see who kills each other on the final lap.
Everybody. Thank you, Robert. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. See you.
Robert Brobst, driver of the number 5. Man, this is shaping up to be a little interesting. So like we alluded to, it's going to be a natural green-white checkered here. Gonna be curious how this plays out. See who's able to capitalize here. Like Robert said, it's going to take an army to beat these Skidmark guys. 1, 2, 3, 5 right now.
You're going to have to, hey, if I'm in the Discord right now, I'm going around, reaching out to people who wants to work with me, because it's going to take teamwork to do it. You're not going to be able to beat 3-4 cars, I don't think. Just by yourself. You're gonna have to have somebody locked up with you, somebody committed to you to be able to make the move and stay with you if you do get out there and get a run on them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be all about just finding someone to stick with you, because at this point in the race, if you want to beat these guys, you can't be making those darting side-to-side moves. You got to pick a couple people and commit to it until you're off of turn 4 on the last lap. That's the only way you're going to get enough momentum to get by these guys on a natural green-white checkered.
Absolutely. And yeah, you see it down the backstretch. Just one more time here, maybe the last time of the night, gearing up for a restart 2x2. It's going to be Michael Menchaca, Lee Kiernan on the front row, Wesley Lynch and Kevin Henson attacking in behind them. And yeah, I'll tell you, one driver, we saw him way in the back early, but our points leader, Kyle Heath, right now, great rebound at the moment, up here in 6th place on the outside. And yeah, definitely in a great position to earn some points. And right now, his closest competitor is going to be the 82 of Adrian Schumacher, and he's one spot behind him. So definitely going to be watching the battle between those two as this thing comes to a close.
Yep. This is going to be interesting to see here. Michael Menchaca, your leader, has chosen the outside. So logic would dictate that he is going to try to pull down in front of the 27, who is laying back way too much. What is that? Oh my goodness, he's going to have to get formed up here a little bit.
Yeah.
There they go. Oh no, and he just doesn't fire. So yeah, he's easily going to get down in front here. He's going to have a huge gap though. Might have brought Gavin Henson with him nearly. That's going to be tight. I don't know if race control is going to take a look at that.
Yeah, I'll tell you though, kind of not what you want to do. That was maybe, if that was planned, that was maybe a little too much, because it allowed the opportunity for Henson to make a move, and we're going to see that outside line coming right now to 13, pushing to 39. They got a head of steam heading into turn 3, and we're side by side for the lead.
Yep, they're going to be side drafting the heck out of each other. It's the last lap, and look at Robert Brobst up here, 4th on the outside, still right in it with the race car. These guys are going to have to push like crazy here. He gets right to the rear bumper of Cam Gillen's trying to get the shot up there, but Cam's just stalls. That was really strange what happened there. Got 2 on the top, really 4 on the bottom. This is going to be tough for these guys to beat. Kyle, he's pushing like crazy, trying to make size. Robert Brobst and Cam Gillen's get together. Cam keeps it up against the outside wall. We're going to stay green here. But that is not what you want to see if you're Cam Gillen's. These guys are trying to get something to happen here. Down the backstretch, 3 cars lined up on the top. They're just not quite able to hold it together, though.
Yeah, teammates all lined up on the bottom, but now, hey, you got to this point. It's all up to you. One of your teammates is pretty much guaranteed to win this thing. Who's going to pull out? It's going to be the 02, and they're going to wreck behind. It's going to be Michael Menchaca. It's going to hold on and win at Talladega.
Wow, that was some painful incidents looking there. That was interesting to watch play out. I mean, you just got guys blocking all over the racetrack trying to make stuff happen. You see people shooting for holes that don't quite exist yet. Oof. Yeah, we'll have to get some replays there and see what all happened.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you what. The teamwork worked out well, but yeah, they lost about half of the crew right at the end, but hey, they still got a 1-2 finish here, and something that I'm sure they are mostly happy about. We're going to take a look at Michael Menchaca as he, I assume, is going to do a little burnout here at the start-finish line, celebrate that win here after a chaotic race, and him and his team were able to bring this thing home. There he goes, driver to number 32, burning it down with the 27 in tow here. Cool little celebration between the Skidmark Racing teammates, and yeah, while he finishes off his tires, we're going to step away for just a moment, hear from Whiplash Sim Cams. Be right back on the other end to hear from our top 3. All right, back here alive. Oh,
No, yes, sir. We've got our third place finisher, Mr. James Danforth, joining us here in the booth. James, talked to you a little while ago. Car was a little messed up. You came back and salvaged a third place finish, though. Talk us through it.
I don't know if I can. I don't even know what happened still.
Well, they all wrecked, and you didn't.
Crazy.
That was certainly one of the races of all time.
That right there was about as good as a win for me.
You know what? I can totally see that. You guys, you put on a show there. I'm trying to think of how that whole last lap played out for you, but it was just chaos, man.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, looking at this. Sorry to interrupt, but entering turn 3, you are 10th, 12th,
yeah,
13th maybe, and then the 39 wrecks with the 13 in front of you, and then all hell breaks loose as they enter the trial. And you just managed to sneak through, sneaky, kept your foot in it, and you wound up at the podium, man. Take us through that. Take us through your night as a whole.
It was up and down. I mean, the draft was weird. The inside the draft, or on the inside line, the draft was fine, but it seemed like the outside the draft was okay until, although I didn't really mess with it at all until halfway through the race. But it was, I don't know if it was the netcode acting like we were inside of each other's cars, but it was seriously like somebody was pulling a parachute on the outside line.
Yeah. Well, James, I mean, you know, after some of the races you've had recently here and some of the other events, it's impressive to see. But hopefully you're able to carry this momentum into our race on Wednesday and then carry it through the end of this season. Are you excited for Dover?
Yeah, I love Dover. Hopefully it treats me good. Yeah, it can be pretty hit or miss for me there.
Yeah.
Generally, when I go in confident, I do terrible. But then when I go in with no expectations, it's generally pretty good.
Absolutely. Well, James, we appreciate you for being here. Take us through the sponsor list that you got. Who gets it done for you?
Well, myself, first and foremost. Need any pictures or anything? I'm your guy. And thank you guys for doing the broadcast and sitting through some of these races that have been a little less than stellar. And then shout out to Evan and Ryan for all the help during the race.
we're going to give you a little bit. Meg, a good win last night too, man. I tried to get you. I would have had the movie.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're talking about our free Sunday Street Stock League. James had a great run last night, and I believe he's wrapped up the championship over there. So congratulations to you for that. Congratulations for a podium finish tonight, and we'll see you Wednesday.
I appreciate it, guys.
Absolutely. James Danforth, thank you very much for being here. We will talk to you soon, buddy. Congratulations. Johnny, I believe you've caught up a second-place Lee Kiernan.
Absolutely, yeah. Number 27 here, coming up second place, up here contending for the win all night long. Man, we took note of the teamwork here early on, and man, it's really what ended up paying off and getting you guys this great finish here at the end. Just what did it take? And yeah, take us through that last restart and really just the race in general.
Yeah, I think so. The last restart was very similar to the rest of the race, and that was that, you know, we were trying to get lined up and trying to get nice and tight to each other, and that's all we wanted to really do. If we were able to get it to the win, and whoever could get it to the win, no problems. Man, what a great team I have here. They acted like teammates all night. They let people in. They came up and gave us the push where we needed, and yeah, just a really exciting finale to that race, actually.
Yeah, it was certainly fun to watch, and yeah, once you guys kind of broke away, I mean, you know, I was just thinking, like, who's going to be the first one to pull out, and then the O2 did, and it ended up wrecked. I mean, I know it kind of sucks that, half the team kind of lost out, but I mean, I'm sure it's still a win overall for the team, getting 2 of your drivers up in the top 2 here. And man, I'll tell you, it's definitely exciting to watch.
Look, I tell you, there's nothing better than racing with 4 great drivers, and there's nothing better than pushing your teammate to the win. So, it puts a big smile on all our faces. So, yeah, I mean, that feels like a huge win for the team. And Menchaca is so quick on these super speedways, and so is Elliott. So, just great to race with them tonight. And, of course, Wesley's always quick. So, really great. Thank you very much for the effort that you guys put in up in the booth and in race control. It's a great series. This is my first time in the podium for Slingshot, and I look forward to racing with you guys next season as well.
Yeah, it's certainly been fun. You guys been putting on a show for us, man. I'll tell you that. Hang on 1 second. Man. All right, so we're off to Dover next week. Dover is such a unique track, man, and hey, some people love it, some people hate it. What boat are you on? Are you looking forward to it, or are you dreading it?
I love it, but I'm not sure whether I'll love it in this car, to tell you the truth. So this car is a lot different to drive than the next gen car. So I'm not sure. We'll have to see how it is when I show up. If it's anything like the previous couple of races, maybe I won't like it so much. But we'll have to see.
Either way, we'll be watching it. We'll be rooting you on, and hopefully we get to see you back up here in the booth again next week. But yeah, before we let you go celebrate with the team, man, the floor is yours for any sponsor shout outs, friends, family at home, anybody watching. Have at it.
Yeah, well, obviously the big shout out is to the Skidmark boys. Everyone down at Skidmark does a phenomenal job. Laughing Llama wraps. Walter Hydak does an incredible job on all these wraps. I'm looking at our cars now. They look amazing. Of course, all my teammates, great job. My family always supports me and allows me to have this time. And also Blip Motorsports. Thank you to them, and that's about it. Thank you to you guys, and look forward to seeing you next week at Dover.
Roger that. Sounds good. We appreciate the kind words, and go celebrate with the team.
Yep. Thank you, man.
All right, that's going to be our second place finisher here tonight, Lee Kernan. I should have asked him the pronunciation of his name, because I've probably been saying it wrong all season long. But if so, you just send me a message. We'll get it figured out. But with that said, I think Jimmy, you got caught up with tonight's winner.
Yes, I did, Michael. Number 32, race winner. You got a copy, bud?
I got a copy, loud and clear.
Well, it was a total team effort, I think, to get you guys the win. Take us through Skidmark Motorsports and what got you guys to the front tonight.
It totally I gotta give all the credit to my teammates. They really held it all together. They were keeping me out front for quite a lot of the race, and any one of us could have finished first. And I really I feel terrible what happened to Wesley and Richard at the end, but it was just a great team effort. We had a plan really from the beginning. Try to, if we could run up front, but we knew we needed to save some fuel. We did make a couple of calls to stay out. Could have been risky, but it worked out. We had a feeling there'd be a few cautions, but all in all, it was a really great team effort overall.
Absolutely, yeah. You guys looked great out there tonight. Rest of the season, looking ahead. I mean, we've got Dover, then Homestead. How are we feeling the next couple weeks?
Really good. I missed a few weeks. I had some a wheel issue, and it kind of came back to life and did some things to it. Kind of helped me last week when I came back last week. But I like Dover. I like Homestead. Fun tracks. Kind of like Lee said, they're going to be interesting with these cars. But hopefully we don't get kind of some of the net code we've been experiencing. Hopefully get some of that cleared up. But all in all, I don't think it was quite as bad as last week, but we did have some tonight. But I'm looking forward to it. We got really good bunch of drivers in here. I really enjoy racing with everybody here.
Yeah, well, we love seeing you on the track every week. It's good to have you. We know you took those few weeks off. It's good to have you back, man. Glad to see you here. Well, I want to leave the floor to you for a minute. Sponsors, friends, family, everyone watching at home. Who do you want to shout out tonight?
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you guys for putting this on. This league, this broadcast, it's something I know a lot of us look forward to every week, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of good people here. I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I couldn't do any of this without him. I want to thank my family, my wife. She's so supportive. She brought me cookies during the race. That helped. And my team. I mean, the whole team, all the guys in the truck series too. The Gallmans, Anthony, Lee, Wesley, Richard. All these guys that we got here. It's a really good group of people, and I just enjoy racing with them. But Laughing Llama Wraps. You need a paint. They do an amazing job. These cars, I think, put an extra buff on the wax tonight. They were shining pretty nice tonight. But we appreciate that, those paints you put together for us. But yeah, just appreciate everybody we race with every week. It's a really good league. Really good league. I enjoy it.
We're glad to have you here. Thanks for being here. And you open the door open for one last question. What kind of cookies?
Oh, these are chocolate chip tonight.
Oh, heck yeah. Love to hear it.
Yeah. It can't be going for sure. So.
Oh, man. Well, Michael Machanja, number 32, congratulations on the win tonight, man. Go celebrate with your team. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks. Well, Johnny, that was a heck of a show that we got to watch tonight.
Yeah, it absolutely was. We're gonna take another look at the finish of this thing, just before we get into the results and all of that. I think we got it right here. We see that kind of interesting restart, I would say, that got things going up a little odd, but yeah, I mean, you see right here just the the teamwork on that bottom line. They all get down there, they all get together, and they leave kind of the 39 at Hinton out to dry, but that outside line does get formed up, and they come up with a huge run out here with the 39 and the 13 just about clear, and this is when things get a little interesting. 27 steps out a little bit, kind of pulls that lane back just a little bit, and I think this is just about, what is it, Cam, that is the first incident here. We're gonna look being pushed by Robert. Robert gets a little loose, gets a little wiggle. They're coming to take the white flag, and yeah, getting into the corner. Yep, net code. Could have guessed that one, right? But yeah, Cam Goins is going to have some serious damage there on the outside. Hate to see that for him. He had a strong run all night long.
39 gets turned here off of turn 4. That's the next one, or like middle of 3 and 4. That's the next big one that you're going to see here.
Yeah, we see it here to 13. Once again, net code. 13 gets out of line and turns 39 around. 99 involved as well. And these two kind of scrap it out for the finish. We're going to rewind just a touch, because we saw the 02 pull out of line. And then there was an incident following that. Yeah, he got up a little too high, tried to come back down, and got caught 3 wide. With Hinkle, huge impact to the outside wall for the 33 of a Lynch, and just chaos ensuing after that. But hey, I'll tell you what, these two right here, the teammates, were able to survive it and bring home the win here at Talladega.
And what a finish it was.
It's a good finish. Hey, man, it feels good when hey, like Curtin said, feels good to be able to push your teammate to the win. So we're going to take a look at our finishing results. We just talked to the top 3. Michael Menchaca Lee Kiernan, James Danforth. Brandon Ayers coming home 4th place after being involved in a few wrecks. And, man, I think most people probably had him counted out. He came back and, hey, 1 spot out of a podium there for the 19. Adrian Schumacher, a good, maybe not a great points day, but finished a couple spots ahead of the points leader. So that's going to help him out in the points battle, coming up in 5th place. Chase Berry sneaking his way into 5th place. I don't think we said his name once all night, except for the grid. And he's going to come out 6th with a solid performance. Kyle Heath, 7th place. Hold on to that points lead, I would assume. And it's getting closer with only 2 races left, but he's still got a little bit of a gap, a little bit of breathing room, but not much. It's going to take a lot of precision and kind of getting down to it these last couple races.
Yeah, Ryan Hinkle brought it home in 8th tonight, Wesley Lynch 9th, and Cam Gillens in 10th. Run through the rest of your finishing order here pretty quickly. We got Gavin Henson in 11th, Tyler Leam in 12th, Richard Elliott 13th, Robert Ropes 14th, Evan Pienta 15th, Jason Heaney 17th, Laura Wiseman 18th, Nathan Gentry 18th. Geez, sorry, I'm blind. Brian Bropes 19th, Scott Drost in 20th. Jacob Nickerson brought it home 21st, Randy Gross 22nd, Patrick O'Toole 23rd, and then Rye Jones, Braxton DeWeese, Aaron Smith round out your field after that incident on the 5th lap of the race.
Absolutely. We're going to try to get our points set up here. Just bear with me. Pretty interesting way that we have to do this, but I think this is gonna work, or that might be.
That's accurate. That's what I'm seeing on the website.
Yeah.
And you know, honestly, I'm a little curious as to how Adrian didn't close the gap at all. He was 12 points coming in tonight, and he's 12 points going out. That's interesting to me. Maybe there's something going on with the math there that I don't understand, but yeah. Still 12-point gap, just like it was coming in. Kyle Heath did just enough to maintain his lead. 2 races left to go. Everyone else mathematically eliminated from contention, but that battle for 3rd is heating up with Jason Heaney overtaking Braxton DeWeese. Gavin Henson's right there too with Chase Berry. Those guys, that battle for 5th for the final payout position is definitely going to be one to watch.
Yeah, and we'll be watching it close, I'll tell you that. Definitely coming right down to the end of things. You can see it right here. Next week we'll be at Dover, which is also a qualifying round for the Phillips Wraps and Graphics Triple Crown, which, yeah, so anybody with 0 incidents at Dover is eligible for that, and then the Homestead is the race for it. That actually pays out more than our championship, so that's going to be a whole nother topic to watch next week. But yeah, getting right down to the end of this thing. It's been a lot of fun all season long. And I can't wait to see who comes out with the trophy.
Going to be exciting to watch as we come down to the wire here. That's for certain, Johnny.
Absolutely. We got a couple races left in our truck series on Wednesday night as well. 5 flags this week, followed by Homestead yet again.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this Wednesday league. We're going to have some great fun out there at 5 Flags here on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting race, to say the least. And, yeah, definitely something to tune in for right here on Slingshot TV. And, yeah, I think that's just about going to wrap things up here from Talladega for Jimmy Moore in the Slingshot TV booth. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm Johnny Rapp, and yeah, we'll see you next week at Dover.